Erica is a clinician and is strongly motivated by her clinical training and her interests in clinical work. And she has kept a focus almost entirely on the retina.
I've had an interest in looking at how the retina functions since the days of my PhD. So this is now over 20 years ago. And I was very fortunate to have some very helpful mentors, very important mentors, who really developed my interest in understanding how the retina functions.
Erica's contributed so much to vision science in so many different areas, and I think that's really one of her great strengths. She started out working a lot in the area of diabetic retinopathy, but one of the things I admire most about her is she was fearless about getting into any area of retinal disease. And since she started, her work's gone into retinal degeneration, into age-related macular degeneration, and she's made very important contributions towards understanding some of the early neuronal changes that occur in these disease states.
So our recent work has been looking at a particular molecule that causes early disease and also whether a novel treatment could be useful in preventing the progression from early stage age-related macular degeneration to more advanced disease.
Erica's biggest contribution to science is really the ability that she has to combine her encyclopedic knowledge of retinal anatomy with a clinician's perspective on retinal disease.
In addition to her academic contributions, Erica has also made major contributions to the profession, and this is in terms of medical and optometric education, and also in leadership roles on professional organisations and advisory groups.
Certainly in the wider vision science community here in Australia, she's probably been preeminent in achieving the funding rates that a lot of people would like to. So people actually see her as one of the leaders in vision science and aspire to either work with her or look at the way that she does her projects and try and emulate that.
Erica is a formidable intellect. She is seriously smart, and she brings that to all the work that she does.
Whatever she does it extremely well. She's an exceptionally talented violinist. She's very fluent in the German language. She's a very, very good mother of 3 children, and she's a person who participates in her profession. She's not a researcher that buries herself in her laboratory and her test tubes. But above all, she's a very, very nice person.
Erica is a delightful person, and people will find that out when they hear her speaking.
If I was going to use one word to describe Erica Fletcher, I think it would be hectic.
My life is pretty busy, running around, getting kids to school, sport, music lessons and so on and so forth. But I'm also heavily involved in music. I have my whole life played the violin and piano, and so when I have the opportunity I try and play the violin in the symphony orchestra, usually in concerts about once or twice a year.
I would like to say that Erica is an amazing ambassador for women in science. Erica has certainly given me the confidence to move forward with my research, and she's extremely good at teaching us how to balance career with your family, because you don't need to give up on either. You have to have work-life integration basically rather than work-life balance, and she has been an excellent role model and a great support for me.
Erica was really the person who inspired me to get into an academic career. And when I think back to being a student in second year optometry class, being in one of her lectures, she had such energy and enthusiasm. And I remember thinking, I want to be like her when I grow up.